So we have chosen the patient for which we want to perform the visual field sensitivity test. What we have to do now is to click Next. We will land in a new panel where we have to set our screen and luminance scale options. Now, in case you have multiple screens connected to your computer, you can choose one on which the test procedure will be displayed. I will choose my primary screen for now. It is very crucial to know of what size your monitor is. It is also obligatory to provide the distance of the patient from the screen. Screen size and the distance of the patient of the screen are key values. Without them, Specvis cannot evaluate the visual field which will be tested for the patient. Now, next step is to create or choose luminance scales for stimulus and for background. Our computers do not use luminance as parameter. They instead use hue, saturation and brightness, for example. But in order to test visual field sensitivity and refer Specvis results to the perimetric results, we have to somehow know what is the relation between color displayed by our screen and its luminance. To do so, we have to create a luminance scale which will tell us what is the luminance value for a specific hue, saturation and brightness color. To create a new luminance scale, we have to click New button. Here we have to provide the name for our scale. For example, let's name it Scale 1 Test. We have to choose its hue, for example 150, and saturation, for example 75%. We can also provide some additional information if needed. Now will be the key part of the luminance scale creation. What we have to do is to take photometer and measure the luminance value, that is candela per meter squared, of the box displayed on the left for 6 brightness values, which we can select from the box above. That is 100, 80, 60, 40, 20 and 0. Luminance measurements for each brightness we have to type in the field below. For example, for brightness 100, the luminance is equal to 100. For brightness equal to 80, luminance is equal to 80. And so on. 60, 60, brightness 40, luminance 40, brightness 20, luminance 20, and brightness 0, luminance, for example, 0.05. Now we should check if all values are properly entered, and if everything is okay, we can click Save. Based on these 6 luminance measurements, Specvis creates a scale, which is a vector of luminance values assigned to each brightness value. We can check how good this creation was by clicking the Fit button and looking at the goodness of fit parameters. The higher p-value is, the better our luminance scale is. We can also choose an existing luminance scale. Additionally, we can modify it. And before we go further, we have to choose scales for stimulus and for background. I will change the stimulus scale for the same the background scale is. Now we can go further.